Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I want to talk about this. If safety seems impossible, do this. So we'll get to that in a second. It's hot out. It's 90 degrees in the shade, or somewhere thereabouts. No crisp, clean, fresh air. You just got this feeling of heat. But it's nice though. All right. So if safety seems impossible or out of reach or not believable, do this. What am I talking about? Well, if you've been following me at all, I believe that the brain's perception of danger is what creates most chronic symptoms. And so I've been talking for a long time that teaching the brain that we're actually safe is where the solution lies. It's where or how we teach the brain to turn off the symptoms, right? Because if perceived danger is turning them on, safety will turn them off. And we see that predictably and reliably over time with lots of people watching these videos and in my group coaching. So if safety seems impossible, I have people who say, Dan, I've never felt safe in my life. Or I've had some people say, it's not credible, has no teeth. I can't bite into this thing called safety. It's not resonating, it's not authentic. I get it. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is start somewhere else. Start somewhere that's more accessible, right? And where that is panic less, freak out less, right? Safety may be a huge jump from where you currently are. And if you're currently in a lot of fear, a lot of panic, saying, hey, I'm safe, and having it come across as credible might be difficult. Now, one of the things that I always remind us, we need the foundation. We need to understand what creates symptoms, and we need to recognize that that is what applies to us. So, fundamentals, folks, do the assessments. Go to painfreeyou.com, click on the Get Help, and then Getting Started. Right on that page is the assessments. There's a link to one, the pain test. If you have pain, great, take that. Anything 29 or above, 30 above, it means your brain is creating the symptoms. Now, what I also encourage you to do is don't just do the one and stop there. Right on that page, under the Get Help, Getting Started, bulleted on that page are the FIT assessment, functional, intermittent, triggered. There's questions there. For every symptom you'd like to know if it's created by your brain, answer those questions. If you answer one or more of them as true, then your brain is creating the symptoms. All right? And so, fundamentally, do that. Because if you're still unsure if this thing called mind-body syndrome, TMS, perceived danger, if you're still unsure whether or not that applies to you, it's really hard to get out of the fear and into safety. So always, fundamentally, get that locked down. Once you do, even if safety feels inaccessible or inauthentic to you, I really encourage you to start here. Panic less, fear less, freak out less. That is doable. And when I say less, I mean if you're freaking out for half the day, tomorrow freak out for 40% of it, 30%, 20, 10% of it. If you're freaking out for hours, freak out for minutes. And here's the deal. Learn to notice when you are in this thing called panic or freak out. And just say, I know that's not where my solution lies. That is not the state of mind or the presence that I want to be in order to get well and teach my brain that I'm okay. So between freak out and safety, freak out and indifference, which is something I talk about quite a bit, there are many degrees of calm reassurance. But we can't even really effectively calmly reassure ourselves if we're still panicking every time we notice the symptoms or every time they go up. We have to rely on the foundation that we're not broken, and we need to freak out less, panic less. We do that by pulling ourselves out and reminding that we're really not broken, because we understand what creates symptoms. We know that that applies to us. And so that's a really key starting point. And from there, you can move into calm reassurance. And once you're in calm reassurance for a while, you're eventually going to come to the realization that, okay, so I have symptoms. I know I'm on the process. I'm walking the path. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. I know this is all temporary. So indifference, so what? I have symptoms today. Not a big deal. So it's a progression going from panic and freak out to panicking, freaking out less, to calm reassurance, to authentically reassuring ourselves, to indifference and safety. It's a progression. And if you're in the state where you're constantly terrified, freaking out, not sure how to move forward, begin here. Panic less, freak out less. Because if you're anywhere near panic or freak out, you're nowhere near safety. And so, really important. I hope this helps. I hope this makes sense. Been coaching some of my one-on-one clients with this and trying to help them get out of the freak out and start moving into calm reassurance. But they made a great point. Safety doesn't seem possible. And I get it. For some of us, it's not yet. But you can get there. And this video just maps it out. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Share this video or the channel with people you know who might benefit by it. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the red button. And if you would like some more direct access to me and some coaching, join the group. It's $100 a month. Cancel anytime to stop future billings. And give it a shot. PainFreeUGroup.com. I run 12 hours of Zoom calls a week where you can pop in as you wish and get your questions answered and listen to other people's questions answered in the coaching there. And you can watch the replays. And there's a video course which maps out my entire process. This system for getting better is working quite well. So if you'd like some of that, join the group. Otherwise, watch the daily videos. But the key is don't just watch them. Implement these concepts, because that's where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. Progress doesn't happen by watching videos. Progress happens by taking these concepts to heart, saying, I can do that, and implementing consistently. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Love you folks. Hope everybody's doing well. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.